Hey folks, and welcome to another live stream. We are trying out finally Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 this evening. I'd like to have put in the title that it's my first time ever, but that would not be true. And I think me trying it fresh with no experience trying to use the sim at all probably wouldn't be a hugely helpful thing for me to do. So, I mean, the good news is actually the risk of having a controversial opinion and bucking the trend that I see on YouTube, I'm having a pretty good experience with it, actually. So I've had good frame rates. I've got third-party add-on aircraft working after having done some research to make sure the one that I'm looking at is going to work okay. I've actually got the TDS GTN 750 NXI working in that add-on aircraft. I should say the add-on aircraft is the excellent FlySimware 414, the Chancellor, no less. It's not without its problems. There's definitely some stuttering type issues, etc. But and definitely some, it would appear, memory leaks. We definitely saw that with Flight Sim 2020 as well. So I guess it's kind of the same sorts of challenges that we experienced with the other sim. So we're doing an IFR flight this evening, so we'll be using a sim brief, of course. I did a test flight of this last night to familiarize myself with the route and do some testing in Flight Simulator 2024. So of course we'll update the flight plan, but you can see here, so aircraft type is the Cessna 414 Alpha Whiskey. We've got all of our profile loaded in. We have got the excellent, I should just give you a view of this, the excellent livery or livery, depending on your pronunciation. So this aircraft, interestingly, with an American November 414 Bravo Whiskey registration, but I've decided that we're going with the Golf Papa Romeo India X-Ray registration, which I think is far more fitting. So let's get our flight plan set up. So yes, Cessna 414, we've got all of our bits and bobs. So departing Midlands, so Echo Golf November X-Ray, flying out to Echo Golf November Tango, so Newcastle. It's a relatively straightforward route, so we have the Trent to November departure. We've got then just an airway, and then the Pole 1 November arrival. So fairly straightforward. You've got a view of the map there on the right hand side. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really much need to spend too long in here. You probably can't see it because in this view it's difficult to see, but I've actually got my iPad here with all of the Navigraph charts on it, etc. So one of the challenges with the sim at the moment is no bar in order to be able to select different apps, etc. So it's challenging to bring up the charts within the sim, albeit we can use the TDS GTN 750 NXI to do that. I've got the Pro version, which does work in Flight Simulator 2024, and it's got all the Navigraph charts in there, which is dead handy. Right, that's all published. I'll just import that on my iPad. Excellent. So Okay, good. That's all set up. Let's have a quick look at the flight plans. So airport diagram, we're here on the central apron, stand 2-1. It's almost certainly going to be a runway 27 departure, so I'm expecting a taxi sort of down Romeo Sierra. No, not Romeo Sierra, Romeo Alpha, holding point Alpha 1 for runway 27. Then we've got the Trent to November departure. Pretty straightforward. So speed restrictions, usual 250 knots below flight level 100. And we are going to want to be above but below, at or above 3,000, at or below 6,000, 12 miles out, Tango November Tango, and then 5,000, 6,000. Yeah, so we're going to want to go up to 6,000. Anything else? Scottish control. No, that all seems pretty straightforward. Then the pole, 1 November arrival when we get there. Pretty straightforward. So we'll fly, if you look at the flight plan, fly straight into pole. In fact, let's overlay that there. Straight into pole. Then, I mean, that's a very straightforward flight for this evening. So, flight level 160 by Eacor, flight level 120 by Zodru, potential holding point there at Etsis. And then, yeah, I mean, we're quite likely, I would think, given the aircraft that we're flying, to be descended lower than that. Before we get to those waypoints, etc. So I'm expecting that we'll get an ILS approach this evening, probably coming in. Let's have a look. So it's saying runway 7 this evening. Okay, so likely to get the ILS runway 7. Pin that ILS runway 7. So, as low as 2,200. Okay, fine. That all seemed pretty straightforward, doesn't it, folks? So, one of the things I'm just going to show you quickly before we really get into the sim is this new kind of walking around thing that you can do. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, obviously the Chancellor is an aircraft from 2020, so it doesn't have all the like nice click spots, etc. But it can't be beyond the wit of man to put those in. I mean, obviously with the tablet on this aircraft, you can put tie downs on, you can put the engine covers, P-top covers, etc., etc. But look at the state of this livery, depending on your pronunciation. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it looks great in this sim. So Dead STK, afternoon, good luck to you. I'm not even trying again until sim update 2 VR fixes. Yeah, there's definitely some challenges there, particularly if you go into the menu while you're in VR and then come out, you can't click on anything, can't access the menu bar, etc. So which headset do I use? I'm using the Varo Aero. I was lucky enough to pick one of those up before they discontinued it, so don't try the Pimax Crystal Light. So uncomfortable. Yeah, I've not tried it. It looks heavy. The Varo Aero is great. Really nice headset, nice and comfortable. So let's. I should say, of course, this evening's flight, as always, sponsored by, not actually really sponsored by, but Asphall's premium crew side air. It's very delicious. Right, I think without further ado, we are going to get into the sim. Just getting Beyond ATC up and running. Can confirm Beyond ATC is working reasonably well with Flight Simulator 2024. I was pleasantly surprised. And it's now going to let me... it's going to make me a liar and crash. No, it's recovered. Connected. There we go. So you can see he's connected to the sim. Beauty with flying general aviation aircraft is the setup time. It's not very long. Right, so that's all set up. You can see it's beginning to populate some aircraft into the world. See if we can... yeah, let's pop outside and... yeah, you can see... yeah, some of those. Oh, there we go. Look. Yeah. Right. Let's get into VR. Just need to get my knee board before I get in there. Okay. Okay, just get my knee board recenter, get my headphones on as well so I can actually hear stuff. Grand, right. Here we are, just get my knee board recentered. Oh, that's not worked very well at all. Oh dear. So just bear with me, folks. Kneeboard has floated off into the distance. That's what I get for leaving it. VR running for too long. Sorry folks, bear with me, but we're not going to get very far with that knee board. Now I've lost it entirely. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do is actually shut down VR and restart it. In fact, you know what? I'm tempted to just wing it. Try and do it without the kneeboard at all. It's a short flight. I think we'll be okay. Otherwise, I'm going to end up rebooting the sim, and it's going to be a faff. So we're going kneeboardless this evening. Okay, right, just get that position sorted. Brilliant. Now my keyboard's not working either. Everything's going wrong. That's because... There we go. There we go. Right, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Right, let's get some GPU power up and running. And we'll get our departure clearance.
TOS system test OK.
Scattered at 2100, temperature 04, dew point 02, QNH 1009er, VFR conditions landing and departing runway 27, transition level 070, advise on initial contact, you have information Tango. East Midlands Airport information Tango, 2001 Zulu, wind 160 at 5.
East Midlands ground, Golf, Papa Romeo, India X-ray, radio check.
Golf, Papa Romeo, India X-ray, readability 5.
East Midlands ground, Golf, Papa Romeo, India X-ray, type Cessna 414 at stand 21, with information Tango, QNH 1009er. Request IFR clearance to Newcastle.
Golf, Papa Romeo, India X-ray, East Midlands ground, thanks for Tango, expect runway 27, Tant 2 November departure, Squawk 5113.
Expect runway 27, Trent 2 November departure, Squawk 5113, Golf India X-ray.
Golf, Papa Romeo, India X-ray, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Call when ready for start or taxi, Golf India X-ray. Never abbreviate your call sign, which I find profoundly frustrating, and I can't be bothered to say it every single time. So you're only supposed to abbreviate your call sign once. ATC have done that, as they're never going to do it because it's a limitation of the program, and I cannot be bothered to say that every time. I'm going to say the full thing at the beginning of each interaction with each controller. Beyond that, I am going to abbreviate, which I think is okay. Okay. East Midlands, ground, Golf India X-ray, request engine start.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, startup approved, call when ready for taxi.
Startup approved, call when ready for taxi, Golf India X-ray. Get the avionics off, get that. Okay, so... Why is that not starting? It's interesting. Interesting. Right, let's problem solve this. We've got those are on, magnetos are on, batteries on, fuel is on, mixture rich. Alright, I've got no idea what's causing that problem, folks. We're going to have to load out and back in. I think it's some interesting bug that we've got. Okay, let's... In fact, what I'm going to do, folks, is actually... Let's... I love how things just drop into the world. Okay, we're going to do things in a slightly naughty order. And that was odd. Exactly the same sequence and it starts. How strange. There we go. Two good starts. I couldn't explain that to you if I wanted to. That's really odd. Really, really, really odd.
TARS, system test OK.
Yes, I'm not quite sure where we are with ground in the ATC workflow. Let's have a look. Oh, okay, fine. Fine, we've still got all our clearances and everything. That's cool, alright. Let's get back into VR. It's inexplicable to me, it's really strange. Hey ho. Such is life. Let's just get ourselves in a good seating position. There we go. And we still got our squawk in, that's good. That's interesting, so it's so load procedure, departure is going to be the Trent to November. Load that, and then we're going to be going airway, it's N57 I believe, going to Pole, and that's it, that's fun. Nice and simple until we get our approach into Newcastle. We'll get that set up over here as well. Charts. Beautiful. We're expecting Romeo Alpha for runway 27. Oh, frame rate has just dropped, which is a bit of a shame actually. That's not what I was getting yesterday. Right, initial climb, it was 4,000, but I'm just going to go straight to 6,000. And the Q&H was 1009er. Interesting. Interesting, right. East Midlands ground, Golf India X-ray, request taxi to the active. I said that very posh, didn't I?
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, runway 27 taxi via Romeo Alpha Alpha 1.
Runway 27 via Romeo Alpha Alpha 1, Golf India X-ray. Okay, set some taxi lights on. And I think we are good to go. Parking brake off. And we're off. Shortcut there. This is Romeo here. See a power station just in the distance over there. One of the things they're planning to update is how bright all of these lights are. I mean, they're like mystical orbs of some sort of supernatural being. A little bit too bright. So this is an add-on scenery for East Midlands Airport. Cannot for the life of me remember who the developer is. Definitely have got a nice balance between performance and visual fidelity. Let's just get the tower dialed in. On our standby. But I do find the developers get a little bit sort of in their pursuit of wanting to make everything beautiful, cram in as much goodies as they can. They impact the performance. So, and as a VR user, that's a pretty big deal. That's not ideal. Yeah, JB, it's not the Vive I use. It's the Vero Aero or Varjo Aero, depending on your pronunciation. But yeah, one of the benefits of it is it's got lighthouse tracking, which is great. So, using the TDS 750 NXI is a little workaround to get the Navigraph charts in, because we have no toolbar in VR at the moment. Of course, you can't therefore bring up the Navigraph window or the tablet that you've seen me
Golf
use.
Papa Romeo India X-ray, contact East Midlands Tower 124.005. Bye bye.
Over to tower 124.005. Golf India X-ray. Goodbye. Okay, let's get a notch of flaps in. Trim for takeoff, albeit I'm going to keep that a little bit lower because it does seem to go up very aggressively, this bird. She's pressurized as well, so we are not going to be going that high initially. So to do pressurization's on. Yes. Right.
East Midlands Tower, Neptune 22 Bravo, ILS runway 27.
Neptune 2 Bravo, East Midlands Tower, wind 160 at 5, runway 27 cleared to land.
Runway 27 cleared to land, Neptune 22 Bravo.
Here are some of the updates that Beyond ATC have put in. There was a time, so I mean clearly he's on short final, that if you contacted the tower they would give you a clearance. Now should tell me to hold short, and that's one of the updates that's gone in. East Midlands Tower, Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, holding short runway 27, holding point Alpha 1, ready for departure.
Golf Papa Romeo, India X-ray, East Midlands Tower, wind 160 at 5, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff, Golf India X-ray. Why? They said they'd fixed it. That's not fixed. That's a terrible thing that controller's just done. I mean, I think we'll wait for him to land and then go. That's probably a good idea. You can actually see him coming in there. That's a real shame. And so we've got the nonsense situational awareness to realise that that was a bad idea. Taking their sweet time though. Taking their sweet time though. Here we go, can see them coming in. Should have at a minimum said, you know, without delay, traffic on short fine or something, words to those effect. We'll let him land and then we'll go. Comes.
Neptune 22 Bravo, go around. Fly runway centerline, maintain 2,000 feet.
Going round. Fly runway centerline, maintain 2,000 feet. Neptune 22 Bravo.
Oh, it's all got very confusing. Well, I'm going.
Neptune 22 Bravo, contact East Midlands. Director 120, decimal 13. Talk to you in a minute.
Contact East Midlands Director 120 decimal 13. Neptune 22 Bravo. Talk to you in a minute.
Well, maybe I should have gone, but part of the challenge is not being able to have that conversation with the controller. It's like, hang on a second, you've just cleared someone to land, you've just cleared me for takeoff. Hopefully the large language model is going to solve some of those problems for us. Right, let's go full rich. Okay, heels down. Okay, takeoff power set. Airspeed is coming alive. There, and we're up. Like, she's like a rocket ship, honestly. Vertical rate, get up. Okay. Take our flaps out.
Golf Papa Romeo
stunning.
India X-ray. Contact East Midlands radar. 134.18.
East Midlands radar on 134.18. Golf India X-ray. East Midlands radar, Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray. Trent to November 2100 for 6000.
Golf Papa Papa Romeo India X-ray East Midlands radar identified. Climb to flight level 100.
Climb to flight level 100, Golf India X-ray. Up to 100. We'll go standard.
All aircraft be advised information uniform now current. QNH 1009er.
Standard barometric pressure of 1013 and yep, that's all looking good. Down, try and build some airspeed. Get taxi lights off. T's and P's all in the green, plenty of fuel in the tank, flaps are up, gear is up. So let's bring up our charts for Newcastle. Let's get the ATIS dialed in.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, contact London Control 118.775.
London Control 118.775, Golf India X-ray. London Control, Golf Papa Romeo India X-Ray, Trent to November, flight level 080 for flight level 100.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-Ray, London Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 160.
Climb to flight level 160, Golf India X-Ray.
Ryanair 56, Papa Papa, contact London Control 118.475, bye-bye.
Contact London Control 118.475, Ryanair 56, Papa Papa, bye-bye.
DC-63 Papa Juliet, DC-1 Golf, runway 26 left. Report ready for descent.
DZ1 Golf, runway 26 left, ready for descent. Easy 63 Papa Juliet.
DC-63 Papa Juliet, descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200, Easy 63 Papa Juliet.
Speedbird 7 Alpha, descend to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150, Speedbird 7 Alpha.
Ryanair 108, London Control, expect Harry 1 Lima, runway 22.
Expect Silly 1 Lima, runway 22, Ryanair 108.
Cool, that's all looking good. Right, you can see the cabin altitude is climbing as we're going to flight level 160, so
Easy 704 Quebec, London Control, expect DP1 Echo, runway 24.
Expect Impi 1 Echo, runway 24, easy 704 Quebec.
So just checking the chat, just turn down ATC for a second. TZ the Kid, I've not tried VR in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is it possible to calibrate, adjust sensitivity? Seems like some of the extraneous movement is involuntary. It looks worse on stream and on videos than it does inside VR. It's a bit like when you move your own head. Like, you know you're about to do it, so your brain kind of smooths it out. Yeah, it is nice and smooth. And streaming in 4K, yes, 4K indeed. Potentially with HDR at some point in the future as well. Good evening if you're just joining the stream. We're in Flight Simulator 2024 this evening. First stream in the new sim actually, and I'm pretty pleased with how it's performing. Yeah, so short flight this evening from East Midlands out to Newcastle.
London Control, Shamrock 186, good evening, flight level 088.
Nice, relatively simple and straightforward flight for us.
Shamrock 186, London Control, good evening, identified. Continue climb to flight level 330.
Continue climb to flight level 330, Shamrock 186.
So I'm expecting, approach-wise,
London Control, Flyer 93 Golf, flight level 375.
so I'm expecting this approach
Flyer 93 Golf, London Control, identified.
is poll, I think that's 1 November, it is. So poll 1 November, flight level 160, which is what we're going to be at, so that'll be pretty straightforward. Get the landing lights off, let them cool down. You can actually retract the landing lights in the Cessna 414, but you do need to let them cool down before you stick them in a wing full of fuel.
Descend to flight level 200. Descend to flight level 200, Speedbird 6 Mike. ED704 Quebec, descend to flight level 260.
It's Pole 1 November, and I'm expecting ILS runway 7.
Flyer 772, descend to flight level 200.
Got the ILS dialed in here already.
Flight level 200. Flyer 772.
Yeah, I mean, nice simple flight, nice pace, much slower aircraft than we're used to flying.
Siri, 1 Lima, runway 22, ready for descent. Ryanair 108. Ryanair 108, descend to flight level 180. Descend to flight level 180, Ryanair 108.
Okay, right, leveling out at flight level 160. We've got 14 nautical miles until we get to the pole.
Papa Golf, descend to flight level 200. Descend to flight level 200, Flyer 78, Papa Golf. EC64 Kilo Bravo, turn left, heading 170, intercept the 09 localizer, vectors for Bristol.
Turn left, heading 170, intercept the 09 localizer, easy 64 Kilo Bravo.
So I'm not sure about the takeoff clearance that we got. It was nice to see. It was nice to see the incoming aircraft get a go around, despite us holding short of the runway. And that's where you've got to keep your situational awareness. Air traffic controllers make mistakes too. We'll do a little bit of leaning.
EC64 Kilo Bravo, cleared direct Exmoor. Resume O navigation.
Cleared direct Exmoor. Resume O navigation.
There we go. So 25 inches on the manifold and.
London Control, World Express 2507 Heavy. Good evening, flight level 215.
There we go. That's a reasonable cruise profile.
World Express 2507 Heavy, London Control, good evening, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 230.
Yeah, she's quite nippy, really, for an older,
Continue climb to flight
older
level
bird.
230, World Express 2507 Heavy.
Yeah, we're comfortably cruising.
6 Mike, contact Scottish Control 119.
Comfortably cruising in excess of 160 knots.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875, Speedbird 6 Mike. Flyer 78, Papa Golf. Contact Scottish Control 119.875. Contact Scottish Control 119.875, Flyer 78, Papa Golf. Have a good evening.
London Control, green flight 985 Heavy, descending via Elvo 1 Mike, flight level 19 tree.
Green flight 985, Heavy, London Control, identified.
No, it's looking good. Looking good, folks.
London Blue Max 8295, London Control identified. Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, London Control, expect pole 1 November, runway 25.
Expect pole 1 November, runway 25, Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray. Oh, runway 25, okay, fair enough.
Flyer 93 Golf, descend to flight level 260.
Descend to flight level 260, flyer 93 Golf.
London Control, Ryanair 71 Uniform Mike, descending via Ablin 4 Lima, flight level 329er. Ryanair 71 Uniform Mike, London Control, radar contact.
One of the nice features about the GTN 750 NXI is this sort of dotted line that you're seeing coming off the aircraft here. That's based on speed, altitude. Should we lose our engines, that's the best place for us to drift to. And I should do some other bits I can show you here.
London Control, Shamrock 388, flight level 330.
Shamrock 388, London Control, radar contact.
So,
Shamrock 388, London Control, expect fit to be 1 Hotel, runway 27 right.
Expect fit to be 1 Hotel, runway 27 right, Shamrock 388.
Ryanair 108, contact London
so
Control,
weather radar there.
decimal 475.
Picking up the clouds in front of us. We can do, that's horizontal mode, we can do vertical mode as well, so that's nice.
Shamrock 388, descend to flight level 180.
Descent to flight level
That's
180,
nice.
Shamrock 388.
We've got terrain as well.
London Control,
It's a good unit, really.
Flight level 206.
Very, very, very highly recommended, actually, folks.
Green flight 985 heavy. Contact Manchester approach 121.355.
So
Contact Manchester approach 121.355.
coming in
Green flight
nearly at pole.
985 heavy.
Shamrock 186, London
4.5
Control. Expect
nautical
Nougat 1
miles
Hotel,
until we
runway
reach
27
pole.
right. Expect Nougat 1 Hotel, runway 27 right, Shamrock 186. With Air 40 Zulu Papa, London Control identified. Speedbird 7 Alpha, contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475, Speedbird 7 Alpha.
London Control, Easy 90 Delta, Charlie, good evening, flight level 215. Easy 90 Delta Charlie, London Control identified, continue climb to flight level 350.
Continue climb to flight level 350, Easy 90 Delta Charlie.
Shamrock 186, descend to flight level 200. Descend to flight level 200, Shamrock 186.
Okay, banking into our turn. Coming on to the pole 1 November. Approach into Newcastle.
London Control, Shamrock 179. Good evening, flight level 284.
Shamrock 179, London Control identified. Papa Juliet. Contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.
One of the things I love about this aircraft is you can see the glow of the engines through the nacelle housing, through the grille, the vent there. That's pretty cool. You can see it from outside the aircraft as well. A nice touch. So we're already
London Control, Ryanair 80 Yankee Papa, flight level 340.
we're already at the level that we need to be by the time we get to
Ryanair 80 Yankee Papa, London Control identified.
It's probably going to take us to Etsis. My guess is they'll vector us from Etsis. So we are going to be runway 25. So ILS. ILS runway 25. Still the same number 246. So
Easy 704 Quebec. Descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200, Easy 704 Quebec.
It's close enough. 246. Decision height of 200. Close enough.
Flyer 772. Contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475, Flyer 772.
World Express 2507 Heavy, London Control. Expect Ampi 2 Echo, runway 27. Expect Ampi 2 Echo, runway 27, World Express 2507 Heavy. Easy 704 Quebec, contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875, Easy 704 Quebec.
Alright, just a little bit of a wait until we start getting some descent instructions.
London Control, Contract 1 Delta India, flight level 105.
Contract 1 Delta India, London Control, identified.
One of the nice things that what they've done with the stars on the night sky is much improved. And I'd wager, albeit I don't know explicitly, but I would wager strongly, I bet those stars are in the right position. I bet they're in the right position, and I bet that changes depending on the time of year. I'm gonna Google that when I get off the stream. I'm pretty sure that's the Milky Way they've got stretching up into the sky there as well. So that's all a very nice touch. Bit dark though, isn't it?
London Control, Air France 1886, good evening, descending via MP1 Echo, flight level 360. Air France 1886, London Control, radar contact. Wizz Air 40 Zulu Papa, contact Liverpool approach 119.855. Contact Liverpool approach 119.855 Wizz Air 40 Zulu Papa. Shamrock 179, London Control, expect Dublin 4 Lima, runway 28 left.
Expect Dublin 4 Lima, runway 28 left, Shamrock 179.
So we're going to be approaching runway 25.
1886, descend to flight level 260.
It's going to try and turn us off early, but we're going to ignore it because the GA apron is here, and that is
London Control.
off on Foxtrot.
32. Lima, descending via SC1 Kilo. Flight level 143.
It's going to be like 1, 2, it's the third on the left. 1, 2.
World Express 2507 Heavy.
Yeah.
Descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200, World Express 2507 Heavy.
Canex 32 Lima, London Control, radar contact.
London Control, ED23 Hotel Romeo.
I
flight level
really
190.
want to get back to Papua New Guinea actually and do some bush flying out there.
3 Hotel Romeo, London Control, radar contact.
There's an aircraft just coming across the front of us.
30 Alpha Quebec, descend to flight level 200.
You see its running lights.
Descend to flight level 200, EZ30 Alpha Quebec.
How near to us is that coming?
Golf Papa, Romeo India X-ray, pole 1 November, runway 25. Report ready for descent.
Pole 1 November, runway 25. We're ready for descent. Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120. Golf India X-ray.
Flyer 76 Delta, London Control, expecting Pi 1 Echo, runway 24.
Expecting Pi 1 Echo, runway 24, flyer 76 Delta.
Shamrock 69 Yankee, contact Dublin, information approach 118.5. Shamrock 388,
Descend to flight level 150, Shamrock 388.
Ryanair 80 Yankee Papa, London Control, expect Dublin 4 Lima, runway 28 left.
Expect Dublin 4 Lima, runway 28 left, Ryanair 80 Yankee Papa.
London Control, Blue Max 81 November Bravo, descending via Elva 1 Mike, flight level 156. Blue Max 8 1 November Bravo, London Control, radar contact.
So we're going to build a bit of speed up. As we descend, I think that's okay. Still see that aircraft out in front of us.
EZ30 Alpha Quebec, contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Contact Scottish Control 119.875, EZ30 Alpha Quebec. Bye-bye.
Okay.
London Control, EZ83 Tango Alpha, good evening, flight level 220.
Coming across us.
Canex 32 Lima, contact Newcastle Director, approach 125.83.
Contact Newcastle Director approach 125.83. Chanex 32 Lima.
Blue Max 8 1 November Bravo, contact Manchester, approach 121.355. Contact Manchester, approach 121.355. Blue Max 81 November Bravo. under control. Radar contact. Continue climb
I
to
don't
flight
actually
level 350.
see its running lights
Continue climb to
anymore.
flight level 350.
I've got it here on our traffic radar.
Flyer 76 Delta.
How
descend
good
to
are
flight
these
level
units?
260.
Honestly, just working beautifully in the sim as well.
Flyer 76 Delta.
Okay, leveling off at flight level. Not sure how we've managed to get to. Oh, we haven't checked the ATIS, have we?
5G notice in effect. Advise on initial Ryanair 80 have information. I will inform you runway 28 left. Report ready for descent. Newcastle Airport information. Victor 2101 Zulu. Runway wind 170 at 2. Ready for few clouds at 2,500. Temperature 01. Dew point 01. Ryanair QNH 1007. Flight level 160.
Victor 1007 120 at 2. That's not that bad.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray. Contact Newcastle Director.
Vertical
Approach
track.
125.83.
Newcastle Director on 125.83. Golf India X-ray. Newcastle Director, Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, Pole 1 November, flight level 120. It's going to ask us to verify information Victor. Yeah. Information Victor verified, QNH 1007.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray Newcastle Director approach QNH 1007. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 25.
QNH 1007, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 25, Golf India X-ray.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Golf India X-ray. So that's another aircraft ahead of us on the approach, which is cool. They get the spacing right. I mean, I'm gonna guess they're gonna be a lot faster than us, so they should in theory be pulling away, but they are most definitely there.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, leave is heading 025. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 25.
Leave Etsy heading 025, Golf India X-ray. So 025.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, turn right, heading 025, vectors for the approach.
Turn right heading 025, Golf India X-ray.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1007.
Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1007, Golf India X-ray. Right, down to 4,000. QNH 1007. There we go. And down we go to 4,000, right. Whoa, 2,500 feet. I don't. Descending at 2,500 feet per minute? I don't think so. Okay, we are 16 and a half nautical miles away. Newcastle, looking nice. Let's bring our charts up. That's runway 25. So it's going to descend us to 3,500. Then 2,200. So what's that? 8.4 DME. Yep, all groovy. What's the missed approach? Missed approach, climb straight ahead to 2,500. Or DME4, whichever is faster, then turn right to locator 2,500, fine. Aye, that's pretty stunning.
055. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 25.
Oh yes, look at that, folks.
Heading 055. Expect radar vectors for ILS. Runway 25.
So even at night, I have to say, look, we'll do some daytime flying as well. The scenery on this thing is a lot better than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. A lot better. Really impressed with it, actually. Okay, coming up on 4,000. Nice clear conditions, actually. Now we've got just down below that cloud cover.
Chanex 32 Lima, turn right heading 055, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 055. Chanex 32 Lima.
That cider is really good. Alright, if you're just joining us, we are coming in for an ILS runway 25 at Newcastle. Echo Golf, November Tango. Let's get the tower ready. (119er 705) on the standby.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, turn left, heading 020, descend to 3,000 feet.
Turn left heading 020, descend to 3,000 feet, Golf India X-ray.
Negative, descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet, Golf India X-ray. First notch of flaps going in. Getting our feet on the pedals.
Chanix 32 Lima, turn left, heading 345.
Turn left, heading 345, Chanix 32, Lima.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, turn left, heading 355.
Turn left heading 355, Golf India X-ray.
Chanix 32 Lima, 11 miles from CF25, turn left, heading 295. Maintain 2,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 25.
Turn left, heading 295, 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 25, Chanix 32 Lima.
That's the one ahead of us.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, 3 miles from CF25, turn left, heading 285. Maintain 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 25.
Turn left heading 285, descend and maintain 2,500, cleared ILS runway 25, Golf India X-ray.
Negative, maintain 2,000 feet.
Maintain 2,000 feet, Golf India X-ray. Most of it.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, contact Newcastle Tower 119.705.
Tower 119.705, Golf India X-ray.
Negative, tower on 119.705.
119.705, Golf India X-ray. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's done there, but we're going to do a little bit of correction because his vectoring was shocking. Get ourselves established and then we'll contact the tower. A bit of a pig's ear of this today. I don't know why our vertical speed has just shut up. There we go. Newcastle Tower, Golf Papa, Romeo India X-Ray, ILS runway 25, 6 miles.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-Ray Newcastle Tower, wind 170 at 2, runway 25 cleared to land.
Runway 25 cleared to land, Golf India X-Ray. Gear down, going high RPM.
Newcastle Tower, Chanex 32, Lima, ILS runway 25.
Chanex 32 Lima, Newcastle Tower, wind 170 at 2, runway 25 cleared to land.
Runway 25 cleared to land, Chanex 32 Lima.
Let's get ground dialed in. That vectoring threw me completely. Stand by on the ground, 121730. And let's get Alright, we've got 3 greens. Plenty of fuel in the tank. We're high RPM, we're full rich. We'll be putting approach flaps in a second. We're visual with the runway. Stabilized approach on the glide slope and captured the localizer. Actually gonna get the autopilot off. There we are, manual. It's all a lot slower than a Boeing 737, isn't it? So we're going to be want about 90 knots as we cross the threshold, getting a little high. Let's get that final notch of flaps in, bringing the guide slope back.
500.
We're 2 red, 2 white. Drifting slightly to the right. Just getting a little high. Alright, start taking power out. 90 knots as we cross the threshold. Putting in some trim. Let's get the yaw dampener off. Looking good. Kick in a bit of drifting a bit to the right. I'll take that. Bring the flaps up. Don't come off early, ignore ATC. We're going to be buggering about trying to get to the GA apron. What was next one?
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, exit left at Foxtrot.
Exit left at Foxtrot, Golf India X-ray. Which I think we just missed. Yeah, we missed it. So, like, we'll do a different thing. Because we're not going to hang around on the runway. Besides, I'd rather see Newcastle Airport, wouldn't you? I don't see the crappy GA apron.
Golf Papa Romeo India X-ray, contact ground 121.73, bye-bye.
Contact ground 121.73, Golf India X-ray. We are not going to do that. We are going to leave it there. I'm going to leave you with...
Chanex 32 Lima, exit right at Bravo.
Exit right at Bravo. Chanex 32 Lima.
Look at that. Absolutely stunning, folks. So, that's not bad. That's not bad. I am actually tired. Busy day at work. I'm pleased to get a stream done. I can't actually be bothered with the taxi, and well, that's nice. And actually, like, you can see that aircraft coming off there on Bravo, the high speed exitway. There we go, folks. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm pleased with it. I'm gonna be candid, folks. It's a brand new, complicated simulator platform, without a doubt. It's got some bugs that need ironing out, without a doubt. Shaky launch, but I think it's doing okay. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with the VR performance. I should be doing a video on that soon, talking about some of the things. The risk of having a super controversial view, that I actually think the VR performance is arguably clearer and smoother, albeit there are memory leaks that are affecting the sim. That's not just affecting VR users, that's affecting everybody. So there we go, folks. That's your lot for this evening. As always, I hope you're very well wherever in the world you are. Stay safe in the skies, and I will see you in my next one.